Oh, hello there. Welcome to another one of Mr. Duncan's Maydays. I'm Mr. Duncan, a human being from planet Earth. Hello. Did you know that today is a very special day? Yes, it is a day with a very cool and super-duper title. This is no ordinary Mayday, because today is Star Wars Day. On this day, everyone likes to say, "May the 4th be with you." Just like in the movie. Oh, I wish I could play some Star Wars music right now, but the copyright guys from Disney would be all over me. They'd be saying, "Hey, you can't play that music. That music belongs to us now. You are infringing our copyright." And that is the last thing I would want to do. There will be a new Star Wars movie coming out next year. Are you a fan of Star Wars? Are you excited about the new movie? Are you hoping that it will not turn out to be a big pile of pants like the last three? Me too. When water freezes, it turns to ice. It becomes solid. When heat is applied to ice, it begins to melt. The ice melts. If an object is frozen in ice, it also becomes solid. If heat is applied to the frozen object, then it begins to thaw. It thaws out. There are some idioms and phrases in English that concern ice. For example, break the ice. The phrase break the ice means to begin something or start something off. Normally this is used in social situations. If you approach a person you have never met before, then you will need to have something to say to them. You need to break the ice. A party needs a starting point. It needs something to break the ice. If you are going out on a date with someone, then you need an interesting subject to talk about. Small talk can be a form of this ice breaking. It is a method of getting a conversation, and perhaps even a little bit more, underway. Another idiom using ice is to be on thin ice. This phrase means that a person is pushing their luck. Someone is in danger of coming to harm because they are going too far with something. If you keep pushing your luck by taking risks, then we can say that you are on thin ice. We can also say that a person is skating on thin ice. This has a similar meaning. It means that if you keep doing the same thing, then you will come to harm. Another phrase is cold as ice. We can describe a person as being cold as ice if they have no feelings for others. This person seems to have no emotions. A person who hurts other people emotionally without showing any guilt or remorse can be described as being as cold as ice. To receive no positive emotion or response from a person or a group of people can be described as icy or frosty. He greeted me with an icy stare. The reception they gave me was frosty. Then there is see you on the ice. This expression means see you out there. You might say this before a performance to another person who is also taking part. The final ice phrase is don't cut no ice. This phrase means that a person or thing has no influence. Your mind cannot be changed and your decision will not be altered. Your kind words and excuses don't cut no ice with me. I have no idea what you're trying to say to me. I really love technology. It's so useful, not to mention cool. The only problem with it is that there are so many words to learn and remember. The formal word for these phrases is terminology. Some of these words and phrases seem to make no sense and are hard to understand. We can also use the word jargon to describe these phrases. Many computer experts use jargon when they are explaining something. The average person will not understand what they are talking about. Could you please explain it to me simply, without all the jargon? A person who is not familiar with a certain subject can be described as a layman. To simplify a subject can be described as putting it into layman's terms. In computing, there is a lot of jargon to understand. This is one of the reasons why people are put off or discouraged from learning about computing. Words such as bits and bytes, megabytes and terabytes, firewalls, bitmap, overwrite, boot, reboot, copy and paste, drag, encryption. What is the difference between software and hardware? The list goes on and on.
Some examples of computer jargon.
Firewall. In computing terms, a firewall is a system that filters information as it enters a computer. A firewall limits the information and the ability to access the computer. This prevents unauthorized users from accessing the computer and its contents. A firewall can be in a piece of software or hardware. A computer has the ability to store information. This is done digitally. Digital information consists of a series of ones and zeros. The computer is a digital machine, as it can only read information in this form. A computer reads information as 1 being on and 0 being off. This type of information can also be called a binary system. Translated, it means a twofold signal. The simple construction of this system allows information to be stored in huge amounts, from the small kilobyte, which is 1,000 bytes, right up to the mind-blowing yottabyte, which is 1 trillion bytes, or, to put it another way, a septillion bytes. Yes, there is such a word as septillion. To show you just how large a septillion is, counting up to it from 1 would take millions of years. I have received an email from Lena, who is following me in Russia. Lena asks what the word chav means. Well, Lena, I'm not sure where you heard this word, but it is not one that is used outside the UK. The word chav is a noun that refers to someone in their youth who behaves in an unsociable or loutish way, and often wears fake or genuine designer sports clothes. It is a very derogatory and offensive term that emerged in the 1990s. To call someone a chav would be seen as appearing better than the subject. It is not used much these days, but references to it can still be seen in movies and TV programs made during the 1990s and early 2000s. Well, sadly, it is time for me to make the jump to light speed and zoom out of here. I hope you have enjoyed this May Day, and can I say to you all in my best Darth Vader voice,
May the Fourth be with you.
This is Mr. Duncan in England saying thanks for watching me, teaching you, and of course, ta-ta for now. Okay, I'm going to count to 1 septillion now. See you in a few million years' time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What comes after 17?